Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Tuesday, the 26th of July. But first, a quick recap. Well, finally, a winning day. Well, I don't know how many of you put this bet on because the bet that actually made the big returns or the decent returns is the one that I don't normally have, and that's the each way doubles. So I believe that the total bets was about £27 or £29 for today, Monday, and as I got into my account, I have a total balance of £110. So the return was of 50 pence each way double. Well, that in the 1 o'clock, I picked the 14 to 1 winner, which actually returned 5 to 1 in the end. But I got 14 to 1. Then all that rolled onto a non-runner, but also from memory, was it Reckonfill? I don't know. I can't remember what it was called. I think it returned 9 to 4 in the end, but I actually tipped it at sixes. So that was a very nice return. I think that bet in itself made £100. So a cracking return. It's about time, to be honest, as well. It's been absolutely doing my head in recently, so that's why I had a few days off extra. So let's get into it. There's enough waffling now. So I'm going to stick to some each way doubles, but I'm also going to have a regular lucky 63. So let me talk you through it. So I focused on two races. I think there's some huge prices in the 125 at Beverley. So let me get into it. So in the 125 at Beverley, I am selecting Dandy's Angel at 18 to 1, Samim at 8 to 1, and Gulf of Poets at 22 to 1. All of these on Sky Bet are paying 4 places instead of 3. Dandy's Angel, there's no way that should be 18 to 1. It's actually been running pretty decent. I do think it'll run very well on Tuesday. Samim, it had its best race on its reappearance. It's run. I'm personally thinking that it's not been wanting the 1 mile and 4 or 1 mile and 3.5. It's back down to 1 mile and 2. Easterby stables are going well. Don't get me wrong. The Easterbys, Michael Easterby and also Tim Easterby, this is Tim Easterby's horse, they've got one each in the race. So you can pretty much guarantee what's going to happen. They're probably going to win with the other one. But anyway, I'm sticking with Samim. And finally, Gulf of Poets, 22 to 1. If you discount its bad run last time, this horse is a class above these lot. Regularly had Racing Post ratings in the 70s and 80s. Well, if Jacqueline Cowder's got this horse back on song, I think it ought to run a place, but it's whether it is or not. So that's why I've had to include it with two others. So if any of those come placed or preferably win, it'll be a very nice rollover on these two horses in the 410. Lord Ridderford, drawn 1 at 10 to 1. Equality, drawn 2, or that may be the other way around. One of them drawn 1 and 2 at 6 to 1. These horses, first of all, Lord Ridderford won this race off £1 higher last year, and it won the race, as Racing Post would say, comfortably with Holly Doyle on board. Well, it's £1 lower today, or Tuesday, and I think it's got a cracking chance again. And John Quinn knows exactly what it's like to win this race, because obviously he won it with this horse, but he also had the second last year as well. And Equality, been running cracking races in big handicaps, given too much to do last time, and I think both of these will be flying at the finish. So there's a pan each way doubles. The total bet for that is pan each way doubles comes to £12. So reduce it down if you have to into something a bit more affordable. So the next bet is a 10p each way, lucky 63. I'm quickly going to straight talk you through this. So Dandy's Angel at 20 to 1. Yep, I've gone for that one. Cracking price. In the 125 at Beverley, 4 places instead of 3. Caradoc at 6 to 1. Bit of a stingy price. It could drift, but I took the price purely for cash out reasons. In the 150 at Goodwood, paying 7 places instead of 4. Well, this one was keen last time in this race last year on heavy ground and still finished very well. I think it's going to run a cracking race again. The next race is Ziham at 10 to 1 in the 2 o'clock at Beverley. This isn't an extra place race, but Ziham loves Beverley. It's just beginning to get into a bit of form. The 4 selection is Anier's Girl at 9 to 1 in the 10 past 3 at Beverley, paying 4 places instead of 3. It's a 2-year-old. It will appreciate the step up in distance. It's got a low draw, and low draw is preferential at Beverley. It's the Michael Easterby stable this time, and I think it's got a decent chance with Shane Gray on board. I've included Lord Ridderford again at 11 to 1 in the 10 past 4 at Goodwood, paying 5 places instead of 3. And finally, System, which I've tipped a couple of times before in the past. I think Richard Allen Stable are just beginning to find a little bit of form. Well, this is 9 to 1 in the 20 past 5 at Goodwood, paying 5 places instead of 3. And then finally, I've had £4 each way on Dandy's Angel at 18 to 1. I personally believe this is only going to be a maximum price of 12, maybe 14 to 1. When I went to put the bet on, it was actually 20s, but it actually gave it me as a price change just as I was putting it on. I think this horse could be shorted. Could be wrong, but there you go. So those are the bets for Tuesday, the 26th of July. So let me know in the comments how you got on today. As I said, also, the Lucky 63, I think it returned £9. Well, it was a cost of £12. So it was a slight loss on the Lucky 63. But as I said before, over £100 return on the each way doubles. Well, I've had them again for Tuesday. So if it's not really your bet, just reduce the stakes right down. Get involved. Okay, the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, fingers crossed for another good day. Over and out. Cheers, mate.